Okay, so we had another pull, and the winner this time was Merc, which I'm actually pretty happy about. Merc is one of my favorite gods in the game, has always been, since he pretty much came out. So let's start with his abilities, because I actually didn't do this last time. We do Made You Look. Oop, did not mean that. Clear. Made You Look, this. This is really important to get the second one here and not the two. Let's let you one-shot smalls, so you only really have to auto-attack the big one. That's the big thing. Then you take 2, ult, max 1, 2, 1, max 2, max ult. And that's how you level up mercs. Starting, nothing has changed since last video. You still go assassins, hearts, katana, 1 health pot, 1 multi. That's not what I meant to do. After that, I go Talaria. Same reason last time, you get to outfarm them. It's even better with Merc due to his passive. The more movement speed you have, the harder you hit pretty much. After that, I finish Katana instead of waiting on it. Go right into Stone Cutting. This is really important. Pretty much right when I have the gold, I back and get this. It's 30 pen, 50 power, 10% movement speed. Everything about it is some way to increase Merc's damage, including movement speed, due to passive. After that, we're going to presume the new patch is coming out where Deathbringer gets a 10% crit nerf, 5% crit damage buff, and 10 power nerf. And Aussie gets 5 pen nerf and a bit of attack speed, I remember. So right here, what I would go is I would go Poison Star, and then I would go Deathbringer. Reason I like this is really early crit. You get to still just like RNG some people. That's really all you want. You just want to really have power spikes along this way. To get Deathbringer purchase is strong as possible early. And I think that's the way to do it. Winged Demon, you overcap on attack speed, or you come really close when you pick up a later item, Aussie, which I still believe is good on Merc. I think this is correct. Malice, I think Deathbringer is just better for Merc than Malice. After that, as I said, Aussie. Right here, you have two options: either Magi's, or you can go more crits. If you have a Deathbringer poison, I would go Malice. If you have Malice some reason, which is fine, it's just 600 gold more expensive. I think that delays your build a bit too much. I would go Poison Star here. The reason I don't like Winged Demon on Merc too much is his 2 RD gives a ton of attack speed. You combine that with Aussie, you're so close to overcapping at that point. With the Wing, you do a little. It's not the end of the world, but I think Poison Star's passive is also just better than, what's it called? Winged? I'm personally a big fan of this, though, because usually a lot of the time this is enough to kill. And now we're going to be heading into, like, tips and tricks. So, let's go into this. Talaria, Stone Cutting, Poison, Deathbringer, Aussie. Now, I'm going to say this one thing about right now. I don't think Aussie's going to be as mandatory as it's been for probably the past, like, split. It did get a pretty big nerf. 5 pen is a lot. A little attack speed is a decent chunk. But I still think it's worth on Merc. And that's because of how hard you crit. And being able to lifesteal immediately up in a fight is so valuable, especially with that passive. If I am wrong and Aussie is complete trash, then I would replace this with probably Bloodforge. But I'm pretty sure Aussie's still going to be the buy, even after its nerf. And then let's just go Magi's, because I always like it. So one big thing about really how I play Merc compared to a lot of other junglers, I believe, is I think one thing that Mask made popular with Merc is he started going Blink on Merc. I don't like that. I think Aegis is a lot more valuable on this character, and that's because your ult is kind of like a blink, except you just can't go over walls, if you think about it. When you get really good with your ult, it might as well be a blink. And it's like, why do I need 2 of those? It's like, at that point, in my mind, survivability is just better, so just go beats Aegis. Now, I'm not saying, like, he's not wrong. Blink also doesn't fit my playstyle on Mercury, at least. So I've never been... It's like... It's weird to me is the big thing. Like, the whole point of Blink, in case you do want to pick it up, is you don't blink and 3 someone, you blink right on top of them like this, and you start autoing. The ganks are pretty good with Blink 3. But yeah, I think Aegis is just super good, because if you pretty much beads and then Aegis, they use all their abilities, then the Aussie proc comes, and then you just heal to full. Okay, so let's start with early game. The big thing about Merc's early game is, first of all, it's not bad as people say, oh, Merc's a great late game character, which, yes, he is. But his early game, it's actually pretty good. Like, I would not say Merc has a bad early game. If anything, I would say Merc has a strong early game. It's just Merc has a really weird late game. Unless you're a really good Merc, it can feel kind of awkward. So, a big thing about Merc's early game is don't be afraid to just 3 the enemy. Like, being able to 3 and just fight them, you do so much damage to your passive. Outside of that, your one early game is great poke. Don't use it when you're fighting someone. Use it when you're trying to disengage and poke when they're chasing or when they're running away and you can't sustain on them. Let's say your 3's not up, and then you won them because they're running away. Next, I would say, really is Merc's ult. You want to get to the point where you can, like, clip this to a point where it's like, I don't hit that wall. You actually have a little point where if I hit the Merc ult, like, line right here, it will still stun him. It counts as a stun. So you can actually land in front of him and stun. It's just a little hard. I would say if you can get to the point where you can ult him and then immediately auto, that was a good ultimate. Outside of that, as I said, early game 3, your 3 late game though, it 100% becomes a escape. You don't ever 3 in the middle of a team fight. If I'm in the middle of a team fight and I 3 this Odin, I'm dead. It's like Sir Kettle to an extent. You're just sitting there asking to be hit. And your Mercury that's full damage pretty much, you're gonna die. What's another thing? Oh yeah, your 2, this was a kind of a recent, it's like recent in my mind because I've played Smite for a really long time. Merc's 2 is a slow immunity and cleanse. A lot of the time I'll see people like, there'll be like a Hui ult on the ground, they'll have to run through it and they'll just beads it. Don't do that, just 2 right through it. This applies to all slows and your mirror, all that good stuff. Just 2 right through it. Don't be like afraid to use your 2 as an escape. It's really good. It saves you beads a lot of the time, which means it'll kill later. After that, yeah, that's actually, I would say, most of it. Just to recap, use your 1 for poke, and when you're like trying to like separate distance with someone, your 2 is an escape, but it's also really good damage. I'm not saying just use it as an escape. If you're ever fighting someone, even early game, just pop your 2 and start swinging. Your 3 early game, it's one of the, in my eyes, it's one of my favorite abilities, and I think one of the strongest in the game. It's in a 1v2 situation, it's pretty much like a 1-second stun, and then it's a throw. It's so strong in terms of CC, and it's, you get to place them where you want. One thing I will say about the 3 is try to throw them into a wall, because the way it works is they don't just like hit the wall and immediately drop, they like hover on the wall for a little and keep going up even. So you can just immediately auto them. It generally results in like 1 to 2 autos, which as a Merc late game, that's a kill. Other than all, your ult is a solid escape. Try to get to the point where you can like barely hit them and then immediately turn around and auto. If you get really good, do it right in front of them and just start autoing. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for, like, tips. And I would say, oh yeah, the last thing I would say is, one thing about Merc is don't just save your beads to, like, cleanse immediately run. When you beads, you want to beads and then keep fighting. You're gonna kill someone really fast. Like, a lot of the time, how I play Merc is I'll beads, like, they'll try to, like, toss an Agni Bomb, stun out. I'll beads and just keep swinging on the Agni and I'll kill them. Or my Aussie proc will save me. Beadsing and running on Merc, I think it's fine, but a lot of the time you can just get a kill and then get out, so why not do that? But yeah, that would say that's about it for Merc. We'll start heading to the gameplay then, just so I can get this video done. Okay, so let's see. Yep, definitely getting beads again. Okay, so looking at these lanes, I believe that is Chunga jungle, Thoth mid, Thanatos solo. No, actually that's Thanatos jungle. I don't think Coach just like solo him anymore. I think he plays whatever. So Chunga solo, Thanatos jungle, Thoth mid, Sobek support on her ADC. Which means I should cap Probably mid. ADC. I would say ADC.
Enemies in middle lane.
On my way.
I think the big concern isn't like where can I get the most pressure, get kills, and get fed early. That's how I kind of look at it with Merc. It's like how do I get to late game the fastest. At this, I would say how do I get hell to the late game, because hell is, if you get hell to late game, you just kind of win.
Don't get exercise.
That's how that character works. There's like one or two characters maybe that have better late game than hell, like if you play as a team. And it's because she has good damage, she has movement speed, buff for the entire team, heals. I'm just banking on not getting cheesed here, but I really feel like I am. Like I said, gonna get cheesed. What I mean by that is people have been invading speed at level 1 after you start it. Oh, I fucked up. Okay, so one big thing you want to know is when you're playing Merc, try to auto the big one first. And it's because you have a little passive meter. I'm just gonna drink this health potion. So I could take my 2 here, but I would rather just take my 3. Then's gonna be on these. I don't really want to fight them. Got one at least. Oop, that was bad.
First blood.
Don't death scythe me, death scythe him. Okay, you're off.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I hear Chung on rights.
Out of mana.
Okay.
Be right back.
What? Why are those down? What was his build? Pathing? I don't know what he pathed. That's really weird. I still one-shot these, so it's not a big deal. I'm maybe a little behind of where I would be. I'll be like 1 creep off 4.
There'll be ghosts. My turn.
I'd want to kill that guy too. Like for sure.
Nice one.
Squid's just popping off right now. I'm not gonna have to do much. I'm just gonna hop in the backpack. Since Squid's like actually beating him so bad, I'm not gonna bother going duo. I don't gain anything. He doesn't gain anything. In fact, he would lose because I'm splitting farm. Bad too. Why did I say 2-1? He's gonna look for the buff invade, which is good against Sobek. He can try to force ult. Never mind, it's done. We're at the point where I can one shot.
Okay.
I just want to get 5. It's a little greedy of me to do this, but I'm gonna stay on the map until I get to Lario.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Middle lane. No problem.
Okay.
I'm returning to base.
And I can't really do anything if they want to push. Sylvanas doing those. That's bad. It feels bad.
Careful left, careful left. Your middle tower is under attack.
I'm gonna go to that purple buff. That should give me Talaria.
Your right tower is under attack.
When is he dead to that thing, gank? There's a good chance. That just needs the ult. Okay, sick. Kiki somehow survived it.
Your solid state.
I just realized I think I skipped my one by accident, or my ult by accident. Don't do
Your
that.
left tower is under attack.
So I got Talaria. It's a pretty strong power spike. I'll get back left.
Killing spree.
I straight up am not doing anything, and this feels amazing. Some games just go like this. Sometimes you get lucky.
Okay, middle lane. Ludicrous speed. Give me turbo move.
Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
You made them pee their pants. Please, let's
Your
just
team
try
destroyed
this.
our
Follow
right
me.
enemy tower.
There'll be ghosts soon. Out of mana.
Yep, kind of thought that was coming up.
Be careful left.
Right.
Okay, left lane.
I'll defend middle lane.
End of line.
Be right back. I'm returning to base. I scared them all right.
Yep, kind of saw that
Are you
coming.
jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
I'm actually dead. Okay, never mind. There's a reason I didn't make SP all the ways.
Tower is under attack.
That's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Your left tower.
Okay.
You're still going? That's Rampage.
I really hope Cope doesn't realize I didn't have speed buff and he can just take it. I just need to hit my 3. I was a bit too scared to miss it. I think that was my issue, really. Honestly, that's probably one of the worst things you can be, is like, okay, if I don't hit this, I drop a kill. Just believe in yourself.
Need healing.
Okay. Okay.
Because when you think you're going to miss it, I would say it becomes so much more likely.
No problem.
I have a little level lead on Cope, which is really good. I just got to get to the point where I do a lot more damage than he will. I wonder if this blue's down. Yep. I can at least punch him a little. He'll tail it.
Scared them all right.
He has blink, he's gonna look for it.
Save yourself.
An ally.
There's 4 people here.
You have
That's rough.
Let my aim be is key.
Maybe I just don't. Kiki's pissed. Okay, I'll should get a kill though. Should. I think she's dead actually.
An ally's been killed, but
That was rough.
You did really everything you could.
Your left tower is under attack.
Okay, so what do we want to do? Remember that original plan where I said I want to leave on her or Uller alone? I might do that and so I can get fed.
Whoopsies.
I think Hell just sits mid. Like, I shouldn't try to gank it elsewhere. I should just rotate mid.
Tower is under attack.
Scared them all right.
No problem.
Cope is actually, he's not too much bigger than me. I'm gonna avoid Kiki's lane, and it's just because I seem to be causing trouble over there. I don't necessarily think it's bad. I'm dead, maybe. Do I have a heal?
Anything right.
There'll be ghosts.
Fucking god.
Killing.
There's actually, everywhere I go, there's people.
There's a double kill. Are you jealous? You
This
didn't
is
slay that guy?
ridiculous.
Your middle
I just want to like be able to walk around. I thought I also was timing that right with his beats, so I ulted a bit early.
let my aim be true. I'll make it.
He should just axe.
Give me strength.
He got off. Okay, so I'm falling a little behind at this point because I'm messing up ganks. What about this Hell? How far is she behind? She's actually not behind. She might be a little. Yeah, she's like 100 gold. It's not much. I'll run back to those in a moment.
Enemies have
Oh,
returned to base.
whoa, okay.
Cancel that.
Well, that was rough. Not dead at least. I'll take that as a win.
No problem.
Your left tower is under attack.
I'm gonna go to Kiki's blue for farm and also for the potential Than invade. Okay, he's good.
Your left tower.
He should be able to walk in. I just want to one-tap this. I have beads.
Are you jealous that you didn't get
What
to
is
slay
going
that
on
guy?
right now?
Cancel.
I tried to do VGS and it made me not able to ult.
Anything on me.
Your right tower is under attack.
Let's give it a
I'll gank middle lane.
You have slain.
Who needs to hit
that
skills when you can just hit autos?
guy. Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Okay.
I'd want to kill that guy too. An enemy has been
Attack middle. We can just get T2. Well, there can do gold. He doesn't need us. Okay, now we go gold. If Kiki wants to go for speed, he can do that.
Enemy tower.
Right there, it's just like pretty much putting pressure on the map as much as we can. We just got a T2 as well. That's a huge lead for us.
Give me strength.
Get that.
an ally.
Kiki's dead for getting his speed.
Cancel that. Cancel that. Yeah, you're cancel that.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Bye.
Let's get backs.
Keep healing. My building's stuck. This sure beats
Okay, I should definitely back with the amount of gold I have. I can just buy Poison Star.
You rock, you rock, you rock, you rock.
Get that. This is so good against Than, especially. I can Aegis his ult. I don't think he'll go for tower. Kiki have TP. He does not. He has Onk.
Your left tower is under attack.
This should be down. Oh, sick, it's not. I won't drop a...
Okay.
or kill Kiki's tower. I might be able to do gold soon. Just want to check these. Those are down.
That's a killing spree, folks. You've been shut down. Blame somebody else. It's not your fault.
Punch.
False god. False god.
Who needs the hit stuff, man? It's overrated.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Kill that. Let's just get their buffs. Just off like not dying and farming after a fight, I have a decent lead. Damn, no kill. Or no minions.
No. Curses.
I want to get at least T2 of Deathbringer before I back. Get like a decent power spike. I'm really close to it.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Should have it. It's 1500. I'm just gonna get a ward on Portal and solo at this point. Poison Star is the weakest crit item to solo objectives with, but I'm perfectly fine with it. I think it's just like it being crits enough. I think he's dead and left.
Killing spree.
Okay.
Let's really hope your ally is fine with the concept of death.
That's my beats, which is a little rough. I would like a heal. She's going a bit deep. I don't have a good ult angle. Really don't want to lose this tower for nothing.
Be right back.
That's fine.
Okay.
I would like a heal. I'm not gonna.
Save yourself.
I don't have beads. Don't really want to do that. They're gonna get this tower. Can't do anything about it.
Attack left lane. You're letting
Bowler, I think, just suicided.
Your ally's been killed, but you did really hope your ally is fine with the concept of death. I'd want to kill that guy too, like for sure.
Quick save. Reload.
You're still going?
Yeah. Apparently, I needed to try turning it. I didn't think his 3 would kill me. I guess he did have Heartseeker. No, it didn't. I guess he's just maxing his 3. Maybe I should have tried juking it, and then having to egg. Yeah, I tried juking and then I Aegis the 3. I think that's the way I live, which means I misplayed. I think it, that's sick. Do they have hunters? Yep. Hunter's so long. This is so strong right now. We just get gold.
Be right back. Need healing.
Those are levels 2 on ADC, tied jungle, 1 mid, 1 support, 1 solo. Yeah, gold's up. I didn't think they did it. I cannot hit that one for the life of me right now, man.
Be right back. Cancel that.
Time to go, Fury.
Help. Yeah, you're all right.
That's not what I meant by gold. I literally meant gold. Our objective damage with Merc, you just pretty much do objectives on cooldown. It's so strong. I need to be looking for Thoth right now is really good to catch out. I have DB, which is back. And look for Thoth. If I can land an ult on him, it's a clean kill. I just need to beat his stun and 3 at him.
I need the jungle buff.
Okay, so Chong, let's look for a gank, right? Oh, he's backing up. Guess not. I just want to be able to bring a tech roll.
Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Missed ult, but Soul just needed to hit ult. That's all that mattered right there.
really hope your ally is fine with the concept.
Late beats, close for me. Time to punch Thanatos to his death.
There's a double kill.
Try to juke death side. For
I
heal.
want to kill that guy too.
Good pluck by Gino. Oh, I can't hit. Apparently, like, the 3 is the hardest thing that mercs get to hit, man.
Deicide, and by deicide I mean black damage.
I think we just do FG instead of tower. Because we can siege towers easy with FG. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Do I do more damage than him? I think I do. Want to get speed buff. It's still a point where I'm just like online. One thing about Merc that's really nice is farming is really easy. It's pretty much you just won the camp and kill. Okay, let's get Aussie. This will help me immensely to sustain in fights. After this, I could go more crit. Do I want Magi's? Magi's is super good. I like Magi's, but I'm just going to go crit because it's ranked. And a competitive game here, this is definitely Magi's though. I just think I can outplay people, even though I've... How are these missing?
Are you jealous that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Good job by Squid. He had a sick 3. I don't know. I'm missing ult so much. We should pressure into this because Thoth just dashed on her bees. We probably go left. I don't think we end.
Falling back. Oh, that sucks.
That's a killing.
You got crit. He doesn't
Jealous
have.
that you didn't get to slay that guy?
Anything, don't have anything on me.
Let's go left. I don't deal a ton to this, but I did an attack speed so it works.
Oh god.
I took it for the team. I don't
I want to
have.
kill that guy too.
Okay, now we just win. Oh, want to beat him in damage so bad. I thought he was going to land on me. Yeah, let's just end. We all did a lot of damage. That well, that's like 2 minutes to switch between 3 people for top. Really the things I messed up that game are just mechanics. It's like I just need to hit my ult 3s. That's it. Kopi did a really good job counter ganking whenever I ganked. I just needed to really, I think, actually do what I said in opposite. Is I said I was going to leave Uller alone, let her bully him. But what I think I should have done is actually forced Uller to pretty much kill him to get to a point where I can force the Uller to rotate or we can thread in gold. It just, why not? We can get global objectives, we can spread Uller's power to other lanes. He's the strongest one on the team. Leaving him alone keeps Meerkat down. But I think just making Squid have the mobility to do what he wants is the best thing we can do. That's probably the main thing though.